Welcome back for another video. Answering all of your biggest FPL questions and dilemmas this week, plus going to take a look at my final team later with the bench boost activated. Let's get straight into it. Footy asks, Rashford or Watkins, who's more likely to start? Well, looking at their recent minutes in the league, Rashford and Watkins have actually both started 2 of the last 4 league games. I've got a recent quote from Emery on these 2 as well, which is worth keeping in mind here. He said, "The next step, if I have time, is to play them together. We did with Rashford playing left side, but now we're choosing more of both playing as strikers. That's the next step. I want to practice, I want to test, but not now with enough time." So yeah, in a nutshell, he's suggesting that he wants to find a way to play them both, but he may not have the time to get it tactically right now, which in my view makes them both a risk for guaranteed starts in the double. I would much rather consider Rodgers, who we expect to start every game for them. Emery did also say that Rashford is their #1 penalty taker now, so there is that. But yeah, you're taking a big risk on both of them starting both games, to be honest. Like, you could end up just getting a cameo against Newcastle in the first game and then a start against Man City away, which wouldn't be great. I know loads of you have booked in a Gameweek 34 free hit for next week, myself included, but I know loads of you also used it in Gameweek 29, for example. FPL LOL asks, can you suggest a few players this gaming if you're not free hitting in Gameweek 34? So there's a few teams that are worth investment, and Boomer and Wissa would be my top 2. Like, they've got plenty of good games coming in their remaining run. They've got Brighton home this week, they've still got Man United home to come, Ipswich away, Fulham home, Wolves away, all to come before the season ends. After Man United dramatically progressed in the Europa League, Amrin also came out with the following quote last night: "We have to take a risk with the kids in the Premier League. We have to focus on the Europa League." So yeah, I mean, United were already a team that was struggling, but it could be a team to target even more so now. And Brentford do have Man United home to come. Wolves play them this game week, so I've got 8 Nori here. Cunha, Strand, Larson should be good picks as well for this game week. Bellegarde's injured, or he's a doubt for the game, so Cunha should come into the starting 11. Evan Nelson as well, he's great because he's in form right now and he's got a great chance of doubling in Gameweek 36. Plus he finishes with Leicester home in Gameweek 38. Bournemouth do have Arsenal away and Man City away still as well. I imagine Arsenal are going to rotate heavily in that Gameweek 35 fixture, because of course that's around the Champions League semi-finals. West Ham are home to Southampton, and they're a team we've targeted all season, and already relegated of course, so Bowen's worth taking a look at as well. I've actually seen Bowen in quite a few free hit drafts this week, over some other midfielders that double him. Hello Pro asks who the next best triple captains are. Okay, so as far as this week, Marmoush and Saka are the clear standouts. Like Marmoush, he's looking great for minutes right now. He's banging form, especially since Haaland's injury, and he's possibly on penalties as well. Saka, a little bit of a question mark for minutes, but he's got the best double of all teams. Ipswich have been a team to target as well, haven't they? And they've got Ipswich first. And Palace could rotate in that second game. Oh, they could be knackered as well, due to the unfortunate schedule they've been dealt with, like back-to-back doubles plus FA Cup. Is it worth waiting until Double Gameweek 36 though? Well, the thing is, we don't know yet who will double, as it's dependent on cup competitions. Man City are likeliest, and if they do, then it is Southampton and Bournemouth, which is even better than Saka's double now. But the unfortunate caveat there is Haaland's expected back around them potentially, so that could make it a worse week than now, because you might not have Marmoush as an option. The one other potential double that leaps out is Forest, who could be home to Leicester and then away to West Ham in Double Gameweek 36, if they beat Man City in the FA Cup, though they are favourites to be knocked out obviously. With all things considered, I would just use the chip now instead of leaving it up to chance later. Let's have a look at the scout selection. What's the best team this week according to the scout? So they've got Martinez in goal, Saliba, Vardy and Munoz in defence, Salah, De Bruyne, Bowen, Trossard and Rodgers in midfield, Mateta and Marmoush front 2. They've gone full on spicy this week. Like, there's a few picks here that I'm personally not very keen on. Like, only double on a free hit is a bit crazy to me, and I'd go Wright over Martinez for example, or I'd go Saka over KDB. Foden is back in training as well, and he's got a chance of making this weekend's game. And besides that, can KDB really play 3 games in 7 days? I think one of those he's going to miss out on. I'm not convinced Trossard starts both in the double either. Yeah, I don't know, it does feel a bit like this double's got the potential to disappoint. Like if a lot of us get caught up by rotation, which is very possible. What are the probabilities for this week then? These are the projected goals and clean sheet odds for all teams from Rob T. with the double game week teams showing their combined odds. So Arsenal lead with 4.1 goals and a 68% chance of at least one clean sheet. Man City second for goals with 3.75, 49% chance of a clean sheet. Villa are on 2.98 projected goals, and they're just ahead of Liverpool's single game week against Leicester. Palace in 5th, 2.33 projected goals, only a 35% chance of a clean sheet for them. So yeah, I mean, with Palace, it probably needs to come in that first game against Bournemouth, doesn't it? You can't imagine they keep a clean sheet away at Arsenal. Given how good Arsenal's clean sheet odds are, I prefer the double up in defence over one defender, Saka and some other midfielder. A quick look at the captaincy rankings for Game Week 33. This week it's Marmoush number 1, Saka number 2, Salah number 3. It is another week where it's really close and there's some really divided opinions, so it could be a swingy week. For me, it kind of boils down to Marmoush's security of minutes in comparison to Saka. I mean, it's not out of the question for Marmoush to be benched, but there's no Haaland. City are currently 5th, so they can't let slip in the table. It's just whether Waneri gets to start against Ipswich or not, which is enough doubt for me not to captain Saka. I mean, Arteta's going to be so aware that the league's gone, so there's no reason to overplay Saka either. It's a golden opportunity to win the Champions League, which is the priority. So surely, with that in mind, they have to manage Saka. Salah's the left field shout for captaincy, given he does have Leicester. The captaincy widget on the app can't separate them either. It's got Marmoush and Saka both on 5 stars. The data, by the way, updates every hour in case you weren't aware, based on news, flags and whatever else. FPL Focal in the App Store if you want to install it. It's free. Links below. Who are the most transferred players around the world this week? Well, the latest numbers are Saka's number 1 with 366,000 new owners, and then it's Marmoush, Rodgers, De Bruyne, Saliba, Vardy and Raya. Timber there as well. It feels a bit risky to me. I would favour Saliba and Kivior, and obviously Raya, like just in case White plays a game in right back in the double. So the most sold is Palmer, and then it's Cliver, Aina, Gabriel and Bumo and Wood. Iriola said in the press conference this morning, if all goes to plan, Cliver should be available this game week for Palace away. Isak sold by 120,000 is pretty surprising. I suppose if it's Marmoush non-owners then fair enough, but I wouldn't be selling Isak for Mateta or Watkins myself. Question from Ziad Bra. I'm currently ranked 4.5 million overall. How can I win FPL this year? So, at 4.5 million, you'll be roughly on 1,825 points, which puts you about 555 points behind number 1 in the world. So, it's actually pretty straightforward. If we divide 555 by the number of remaining game weeks, so 555 by 6 is 92, all you need to do is score 92 points above the average score every week for the rest of the season, and you should be in the running for FPL champion after Game Week 38. Best of luck. Eunice asks whether it's still worth bringing Bradley in. So in this morning's press conference, Slot said Trent is not ready to start, but if things go well today and tomorrow, he might be on the bench. The first session with the team was Wednesday, so he's not able to start, but let's see if he can join us. It'd be nice if he is with us. So my view is that if you buy Bradley now, then you should get Game Week 33 and 34 out of him. After that, it's a big question mark, to be honest. So if you need Bradley in your team in later game weeks, then I would swerve him and go for Konate or Van Dijk if you want a Liverpool defender. Referring back to those double Game Week 36 odds earlier, keep in mind that if you're on triple City, triple Palace, triple Villa, then you've got a very strong chance of potentially having 6 players blanking in Game Week 37. So the likes of Bradley will be another unwanted headache that week if he's no longer starting. Like, you could have 7 players not play him, and you might not have the free transfers to address it. And do you really want to be taking a hit or two with literally just Game Week 37 and 38 for that to be repaid? So, onto my team then. The bench boost is active, and the team is Raya, Vardy, Konate, Saliba, Eze, Saka, Sarr, Salah, Murphy, Mateta and Marmoush, and the bench is Martinez, Isak, Wan-Bissaka and Burn. I've already made the Palmer to Saka transfer to basically avoid running the risk of being priced out this week. Rodgers rose last night, which was expected, so I've now got exact money for Murphy to Rodgers, nothing in the bank, and that's the plan with the final transfer. I was happy to absorb the Rodgers price rise just in case any surprises arise in the press conferences or elsewhere before the deadline. So yeah, that's just about the one good thing actually that's come from going Burn over Livramento. It's a bit of a less stressful Game Week 33 without running the risk too much on early transfers. So yeah, Wan-Bissaka's got yellow flag now on the bench boost. Potter said the following in his press conference. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has needed an injection on his toe, but he should be fine for Saturday. That's all we're going to get by the looks of it, so I'm just going to play him and hope for the best. So all out, that gets me 10 doublers, including one on the bench, Marmoush captain, sack of ice. The free hit's going to be activated after the deadline for Gameweek 34. That'll be my final chip of the season. So I'm really hoping to have a couple of good weeks in a row. I'm looking forward to tinkering with my team for the blank game week as well. Make sure you are subscribed for plenty of FPL content coming next week. In the meantime, we'll be live on Saturday around 11:30 in the morning UK time for a deadline stream. Good luck this game week. Hope you get a huge green arrow. See you on the deadline stream.